This is Tuna on Toast.
We definitely had like this kind of like crazy rabid following from the beginning. Like even playing at people's parties in their backyards, like the crowds would get crazy. And it was interesting too, because there were other bands that would play and they would come and there'd be like 5 people watching them. And then all of a sudden there'd be like 500 people when we played. And then there'd be 5 people when whoever went on after us. And it was just crazy. There was like crowd surfing and people diving off of houses and roofs and jumping in the pool and lighting stuff on fire. It was like, I mean, it was just amazing. It was just chaos. And it, like I said, like there was an aspect of it that seemed totally logical to me at the time. It's like, oh, if we just tell all these people about this show and we pass out these flyers, like people will buy the tickets and they'll show up. And they showed up. They really showed up. Like, and I don't know if it's that we were like really good or something. Like, I don't think we were that good, but people wanted to come and see us for whatever reason. And then when we graduated to like, you know, we used to play, actually, I don't know if you recall, do you remember Mancini's? It was a little tiny club off Roscoe in the valley.
All right.
And it was kind of not in the greatest area, you know, like sometimes people would get shot or stabbed or whatever. And then they closed it. And then there was also this place, the Country Club. And it was also in the valley, same sort of thing. Like, and once we like were able to start playing shows at these places, we played a few and then they got closed down. So that from there, we kind of graduated to like the Whiskey and the Roxy and the Troubadour.
Were you playing those shows in the valley because you lived 15 minutes away, and to get to the Roxy and those sort of places, it's 40 minutes from Calabasas?
That's right. Mancini's in the valley was like a place where they had these sort of underground like punk shows.
Oh, okay.
Not that we were a punk band, but like it was a place where like young bands and like you know who played there a lot was the Skeletones.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And like they'd have like, you know, guys from Fishbone and other bands up there playing with them. It was just like this little like maybe 150 person little club, but it was like, oh, that's how this works. You play in these little places. Like we were learning as we were going. And then
who was setting up your equipment? You guys were doing it?
We did everything.
Were there sound checks and like, oh, we got to turn that up and this lower?
There was a sound check, you know, but it was, I mean, we were just at the mercy of whoever was there doing it.
And you were 17 at the time, or were you
16?
16 years old.
We could barely drive.
Mackerel.
We had just gotten our driver's licenses. Brandon got his driver's license first. So I might have even been 15 at some point during some of those. I can't remember exactly.
So was he driving you guys?
For a little while. He was like the only one who had his license. He got his license first. He was the oldest of us. So
wow.
And so there were a few months, and then Jose, I think, came second, you know, and then the rest of us followed. But it was a trip, really, looking back on all of it. It's like so many things had to line up in order to make all this stuff happen, you know?
Absolutely.
And it's like I said, so much of it seemed logical at the time, but now, like, I kind of can't even believe it.
Hope you enjoyed. Now hit that subscribe button. And for more Tuna on Toast, listen wherever you get your podcasts.